tragedy has struck in the family of Gerald and Rita Dzer of Benue State. According to a recent post shared on Facebook by Benue, Gerald passed on May 1st, following a brief illness that rendered him weak and eventually took his life. The deceased had celebrated his first wedding anniversary, 2 days prior to the heart-wrenching tragedy. As the family mourn him, they have announced his burial will hold on Thursday, May 10th, at Dzer, Mbakotam, Nigerian Lga, Benue State. Reminiscing on the good life he has lived, Ben revealed that April 29, 2017, was a day of joy for the deceased, who married the love of his life, Rita, in an intimate, vibrant ceremony. The couple welcomed a son exactly 10 months after they walked down the aisle, making their child less than a year old before the passing of the father. His tribute read, a memory note. I was in Lesel on a Friday evening for a state executive council meeting of Yalakan Benue State chapter when he called that he wanted to see me the next day. I agreed that I will see him on arrival the next day in the morning at 8 a.m. I arrived Makurdi in time and actually we closed to the venue of our meeting, NKST. However, I dozed off shortly before the scheduled time for our meeting. He kept to time as it has been with him most of the times. Minutes passed and I wasn't around. He called several times without response from my end for nearly an hour. My phone has been silent since the meeting started the previous evening. Good enough. Noise from children around wake me up, so I hurried down to join him. I arrived the venue and he was already anxious and tensed. What could have been disturbing him? I asked quietly within. We prayed briefly and started talking. I have never seen him has difficulty in expressing himself like that day. I think my delay in coming to the meeting also contributed. I later discovered as we talked that any normal person will as well be selective in choice of words the way he was. I was many things to him that day. He was in love with a young lady who is my younger sister by natural blood. He and the lady in question were also working directly under me with children and youths in the church and as youth leaders next to me in hierarchy. We discussed the matter where I emphasized the need for a testimony since those they're nurturing will be looking up to them, also asking him as few questions, and soon we were done. A faithful day came, 29th of April, 2017. We gathered to be witnesses as they were joined in holy matrimony. On Sunday 29th of April, 2018, we greeted with memories as it marked its first anniversary. Even though we didn't celebrate because of the pains my brother was going through, it wasn't without reasons to thank God. In just 10 months of their marriage, God blessed them with a baby boy. We however use the anniversary date to trust God for healing of our brother. At home and in the church, it was all prayers. I was really thrilled as how the children and teens whom they had previously taught and mentored vigorously prayed for them. 2 days later, precisely on the 1st of May, 2018, God healed him in a better way, in the words of my sister Rita Gerald Dzer. The Lord called him home. Gerald Dzer lived a brief but eventful life. He lived for others and has left even at a time we needed him most. For us as a family, it is the Lord's doing. He is always right. We simply submit to His will even at a time like this. Our brother will be laid to rest on Thursday, 10th of May, 2018 at Dzer, Mbakotam, Nigerian Lga, Benue State. Farewell brother. Rest on. friends and family have taken to social media to mourn his passing as they submit to the will of God. A lady identified as Labar Turquoise also shared a touching tribute. It reads, "Mr. Dzer, Gerald Dzer, that's how I used to call you and you call me Princess Labar. Oh, my friend, brother, coursemate and colleague, now that you are gone. Who will call me the way you used to? Death, you are so wicked, you reap where you did not sow." Mr. Dzer, Gerald Dzer, upon graduation, you came to Kasine Estate yourself to look for a green pasture, but now you are on your way home in an ambulance, speechless and motionless. You can't talk to anyone, not even little senator. I can't believe this, and I can't forget the testimonies we used to share. On 5th of January, 2018, you came to work only to take permission to go and treat yourself. I was praying, hoping and believing that you will resume to work soon. When your condition became critical, I still hoped and had faith that God will give us a bigger testimony, a testimony that will even win souls to Him, but the unquestionable God did it in His own way by calling you to rest with Him so that you will not be corrupted with the system of the world. It's so painful, but He that have a final say in our lives has done what He knew is best for you. We used to discuss how we were going to serve God, but now you left me without fulfilling your calling. Mr. Dzer, Gerald Dzer, I promise I will not give up in faith no matter what happens, just as you did. I remember the day I visited and you saw my countenance changed. You said, "Princess Labar, don't be discouraged because I am lean, is because I am not eating, but inside I am strong." What a faith! Kai God! You saw death and you were rebuking it, saying, "I shall not die," but God said you shall die because He need you and He took you away from us. Rest on Dzer, Gerald Dzer. I will forever miss you. May the soul of the departed rest in peace.